Working a 9 to 5.
Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living.
Is not the same for all people. And when you have the doors open for you,
I'm gonna make you famous, wait and see. Honey, I'm gonna do this for you, but it's really for me.
the grind that a lot of people have to go through is not the same as...
It has not been easy for me. And, you know, I started off in Brooklyn. My father gave me a small loan of $1 million. I came into Manhattan.
So Molly Mae needs to...
All right, zip it.
You can't even...
Zip it. Zip.
You're crazy. Am I? Yes. Am I? Yes. Am I?
Following in the footsteps of Ellie Darby, Molly Mae, the content creator, is in the mainstream media, but for all the wrong reasons. But unlike Ellie Mae, all Molly did was put her foot in her mouth. So what did she do to get public opinion to want to march against her? And what it was is that she did an interview on a podcast. And in the opening 10 minutes or so, she made two, what I would say, grammatical errors, if grammatical is the right word.
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I made a mistake. You're right, you made a mistake, you little...
That I'm sure that she had no malice behind what she said, but the public's interpretation of what she said, well.
Growing up in a very normal house, with a very normal family, doing very normal things in a very normal school.
I actually used to go on ski trips with my school. I used to love skiing.
And for me, the two mistakes she made were, one, undervaluing the bread and butter jobs that 90% of the workforce have.
Watching my parents have a very ordinary life, it sort of petrified me a bit. It was like a bit terrifying, this thought of, I don't want to grow up in this house. And when I'm old in my rocking chair, like tell my grandkids, you know, like I had this really ordinary life and I had an ordinary job, I had an ordinary income like that.
So from your NHS, police drivers, store workers, down to delivery drivers.
Having this very ordinary job, like, I mean, police officer, it's not necessarily that ordinary, but...
As if somehow what she does is necessary or more important.
Hey guys, so we have finally touched down at our hotel in, is it Milan that we're in?
And though what she does in her eyes is glamorous, living that celebrity travelling around the world life.
Just touched down in Milan.
And having gone and looked and seen what she does online on her YouTube channel as content, it's not exactly... So during the interview, when she said what she said or expressed it in the way that she did, she kind of unintentionally, let's say, insulted what I would call 90% of the workforce by what I would say giving this impression or putting out this notion that they haven't succeeded in life or their life is not successful or has meaning or whatever you want to call it.
So I understand that obviously we all have different backgrounds and we're all raised in different ways and we do have different financial situations, but I think if you want something enough, you can achieve it, and it just depends to what lengths you want to go to get where you want to be in the future.
And secondly, in which I would say this is more important, is the notion that she put out that anyone and everyone can do it.
Beyonce has the same 24 hours in a day that we do. And I just think like it's literally, you're given one life and it's down to you what you do with it. Like you can literally go in any direction.
And I would say that it's nonsense, because what a lot of these people tend to forget or either don't even realise is that they are poster people. That's what I call them, poster people, right? They are what's on the box, the front of house, so to speak, right? And in this particular field that they're in, right, 9 times out of 10, their success is based on either connections, as in who they know.
Something else that I'm really proud of, actually, having two parents that are police officers, because I don't know, I quite liked it at school, like sort of being known as the police officer's kid. Like I kind of liked it. No one really messed with me.
Or just straight up luck. And Molly won the lottery.
And the bonus ball is 6.
I'm
gonna be a rich bitch.
As for one, her looks meet the standard of beauty when it comes to being marketable. And having won some beauty pageants back in the day, right, I would say that became her USP, right? And because of that unique selling point that she has, what it is that it's become a luxury or a privilege. No, I won't say privilege. Yeah, I'll stick with luxury. It's the luxury that she has that most other people don't have or are even accessible to. As I wonder how the girl that came in second place in the pageants, I wonder what she's doing with herself now. So in my opinion, it's kind of wrong for her to say that she worked hard, as in that she did all the heavy lifting by herself, right? When there's really and truly a driving engine or a driving force behind her, pushing her along.
I think having a manager that understands what your direction and what you want to do is utterly key.
And like many celebrities before her, they start to believe and begin to believe in, as if winning those beauty pageants, getting an endorsement for £500,000 from the company Pretty Little, whatever it is, yeah, dating boxers and hanging around with semi-celebrities and stuff like that, as if all of those actions and those driving forces had nothing to do with her successful YouTube channel, which she actually does own, and that is her baby. Yeah, all of those things prior to that had no influence on her being a successful YouTuber. Similar to, like, let's say a pop star. Yeah, when you have the pop star who's doing the tour and they're on the posters and everything, and they're the ones on stage singing, you give them credit for the hard work that they do in having to rehearse and stuff. But the truth is, behind the scenes, you've got the person that wrote the song, you got the person that wrote the music and did the melodies and everything, the instruments and all of that. You got the recording company that recorded the song. You've got the marketing team that decided how they're going to dress and what image they're going to put out. You have, oh gosh, what else is there? You've got the concert organizations, the agencies, all these other factors, yeah, that go behind making that pop star successful.
Fran took us in. She's looked after us. She's like my mum in Manchester. Like, without her, I honestly don't know how I'd have got through the last few years of my life. Like, she's much more than a manager, and I'm so blessed. I know it's not a normal situation for people to have a manager like that, and I know when you come out of a show like Love Island, having that manager that is on it is so key.
But yet, when that pop star goes on TV and does an interview, it's I.
I moved to Manchester when I was 18 and started my life there. I just moved out. I literally said to my mum one day, I walked down into the living room, I'll never forget it, and I said, I found this flat on Rightmove and I'm moving to Manchester. And she was like, no, you're not. I was like, no, I'm going. She was like, you don't have enough money. I was like, I'll find it. Like, I'll make this work. And I literally went within a week and I was gone. I packed all my stuff up and I just left. And I moved to Manchester. And I remember the first night in my apartment in Manchester in Ancoats, I was like, oh, what have I done? I was like, this was the worst move. I felt so homesick. It was horrendous. But then I settled in and it was the best thing I ever did.
And this is where I think she put her foot in it, because behind the scenes, there are a lot of people doing all the driving and she's enjoying the ride.
And I'd found a management in Manchester. So I just thought, I'm just going to go up there and just see what happens. And I'd found a management in Manchester. So I just thought, I'm just going to go up there and just see what happens.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve to be successful and that she doesn't, she doesn't put in the hard work, right? And that the sentiment behind the message of, persist, work hard, do your best, just try and go for it. If you fail the first time, don't give up so quickly. All of those messages that you hear constantly from people who want to do something other than what they're doing now. Let's say that they wanted to have a change in life or whatever, and they said, you know what, I really wanted to do this, but I just never felt the courage to do it or whatever. All those messages of, well, have courage and don't be afraid to fail and don't be afraid to try hard, you know what I mean, and enjoy what you're doing. All of those messages I have that she's put out there and many other people put out there, I have no problem with that because they do hold merit. However, and there is a however, when you've made it in the way that she's made it, yeah, you can't promote that message. Because like I said, doors have been opened for you. Big doors have been opened for you, right? And the truth is, you can work hard and try, and still not be successful. That's the truth, right? So, you know what I mean? And for her, so for her, get my words muddled up. So for her to promote this ideology that, well, I just really worked hard and I tried hard, yeah, and this is where I got, and you can do it too.
Misunderstood you, I think, is pathetic, because nobody has misunderstood you. You've misunderstood yourself and everything around you and everybody else's critique, because half of the reason for why you are there is because of factors that have led to you not working at all. You being a white, cis, conventionally attractive woman, you being approached to go on Love Island and sit there for 8 weeks, boosting your career to maximum, PLT career director at 22, when people have had degrees working to that particular stage but can't get there. There's many reasons for why you are in the position that you are in today, and it's not because of your hard work.
So anyway, that ends it for today. And like I said, I'm not attacking Molly Mae and what she's doing for a living. Good luck to her, you know what I mean? But as per usual, let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.
Yes. Am I? Yes. Am I? Yes.